who's as adamant about his or her position as I am about mine, whom you think is sharp. Seriously, we know that. And another thing, we heard him say that... Hey, sports fans, welcome to episode number 109 of And Another Thing. If you'd like to become an Eldorado, and I recommend that you do, go to LarryElder.com, fill out the form. You're going to get a free copy of my feature-length documentary called Michael and Me, where we explore the Second Amendment and where, believe it or not, I ambush Michael Moore, and I ask him 3 times how often Americans use guns to defend themselves. So check it out, Michael and Me. Now for episode number 109 of And Another Thing. As of right now, just a little while ago, 12 people have been killed at a magazine headquarters in France, in Paris. It's a headquarters of a magazine called Charlie Hebdo, which is a weekly satirical magazine put out by a group of people that use as their targets right-wing French politicians and the intolerance of Islam. You might recall the furor over the Danish cartoons. Well, this newspaper, this French magazine, this French humor magazine, was attacked a few years ago for doing something very similar. And now they've been attacked again. We're not sure who's done it. Nobody's taken credit for it, but the assumption is that French terrorists did it. And apparently the people that did this, that stormed this headquarters, the gunmen that did it, they're still at large, by the way, as we're speaking. They spoke fluent French, which suggested that they were born and raised in France. That means we're now at a whole nother level. Remember right after the Sony hacking, President Obama made what I thought was a very, very pungent comment. He said that some people deserve to be made fun of.
Can start imposing censorship here in the United States. Because if somebody is able to intimidate folks out of releasing a satirical movie, imagine what they start doing when they see a documentary that they don't like, or news reports that they don't like. Or even worse, imagine if producers and distributors and others start engaging in self-censorship because they don't want to offend the sensibilities of somebody whose sensibilities probably need to be offended.
He was right. Does that apply to the religion of Islam? Terror expert Stephen Emerson estimates that out of the 1.5 or so billion Muslims in this country, in this world, about 10 to 15% are okay with homicide bombing. That means 150 million people are okay with homicide bombing. Hey Eldorados, hope you enjoyed that short preview. If you'd like to become a complete full Eldorado, go to LarryElder.com, fill out the form, you get a free copy of Michael and Me, a documentary that I did where I explore the history of the Second Amendment and where I ambush Michael Moore, and I asked the gentleman 3 times how many times Americans use guns to defend themselves. LarryElder.com, check it out.